Well, today it's raining. Well, actually, it's raining here in real life, like pouring cats and dogs here in Washington State in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. But in the game at Silverstone in the UK, it is also raining. So today I want to take the Ferrari 488 GT3 EVO on the track in the rain for the very first time. Now, what could possibly go wrong? But the More Female Racers Championship is coming up on, it's round 4, and it's coming up on Monday. We just had round 3 at Monza yesterday, and the rumor is that it might rain. So I thought I'd practice, and let's see what happens. So what setup do I use when it's raining? 1 second, let me get that all set up. And I didn't do it prior to going live because I wanted to show you. Here we go. And I have the Coach Dave Academy wet setups. There we go. Oh, let's look. Well, it's wet, and let's see. I have a little note from Gregor that says, if it says wet, then use the medium wet setup. All right, medium wet. I'm guessing the LD means low downforce, medium wet. HD means high downforce. We're gonna see. We're just gonna test both of them and see what happens. So I'm in the hot lap mode, and usually I kind of get used to the track that way. Sometimes I go into practice mode. Sometimes I just go into my own server, which I have. But today we're just going to do some hot lapping. That way I have a car to chase. And by the way, if you're joining me for the first time, I always forget to introduce myself. I feel like I know you folks already. I feel so comfortable. By the way, I'm Verena Mei. I'm a real-life stunt driver, former race car driver. I competed in Formula Drift, Rally America, and Time Attack, and I'm sim racing these days, and I absolutely love it. I'm learning so much. I only started in August, so let's get to it.
Green light, green light. Go, go, go.
Green light, green. Oh.
Alright, there is some rain in this session, so
Oh.
watch out for slippery curves and remember to brake earlier.
Okay, watch out for slippery curbs and remember to brake early. Now that sounds like some good advice. All right, here we go. This is the last corner before we get onto the front straight at Silverstone. So as far as wet setups, you know, I actually raced the GT4, came in GT4, was it last week? At the CMS multi-class race, and it was wet. It was raining, and I wasn't sure what to do, so I just loaded the wet preset and went with it, and it was so hard, very, very hard. I know my gears are not correct right now. I feel like I'm a little thrown off here. Hold on. What's up, Todd Stimson? Hi, Somnesia. Thanks for joining me. Let's see. And Somnesia was also in that race that we did, and we both went with the wet preset. And it was so tough. I literally was looking at my tires. I thought they were going to pop. I wasn't quite sure, but the person who won our class in GT4s actually went with a dry setup, so that was interesting. So I have a lot to learn about driving in the rain. This is my first time, like I said, driving a GT3 in the rain ever. So just getting some heat into the tires. Upshift. And what I did notice, oh my gosh, even in the GT4, the car was sliding everywhere. I'm not supposed to lift there, but I don't know. It's just, I'm supposed to trust the downforce. Maybe I should get the high downforce tune. We will see. Oh, okay. All right. sliding away. Who sings that song? Slip sliding away. Is it like... his name escapes me. So I'm braking early, getting around the corner. I mean, where I usually get on curbs, do I want to avoid the curbs because it's paint and it gets slippery? Okay, here we go. Okay, definitely slippery. That's right, Simon and Garfunkel. Simon and Garfunkel. It's awesome. I like the songs Kodachrome and Me and Julio. Okay, hold on. I should just focus on driving. Paul Simon. I think it is Paul Simon, actually. Okay. Let's not get on that throttle so early. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, maybe the ghost will show up sometime. So yeah, those of you who are watching, driving this Ferrari in the rain at Silverstone is very, very difficult. And I wonder, I only took a couple of laps, actually, not a clean one. This was only my second lap, and it's quite the handful. But I also wonder, I have the low downforce wet tune by Coach Dave Academy. I wonder what the high downforce tune would be like. However, in order for me to get high downforce, I have to be going fast. So it's not going to matter to me right now, I don't think. Well, hold on. I just have to somehow make my way around the track. Grr. What's up, AJ McDaddy? How's it going? Oh, hi, Janet. How's it going? Thank you. Hi, Shirtmaster. I don't like the rainy conditions, Shirtmaster, because I'm not quite sure how to drive in them yet. I think once I get the hang of it, I might like it. But, you know, in rally, driving in the ice and snow were my favorite rallies. And mostly because I wasn't the fastest. I had a production car, and I didn't have a lot of horsepower. A lot of the cars were turbo cars. Some of the cars actually had like 100 horsepower more than I did, so it kind of leveled the playing field. And maybe I'm thinking if I can be patient and just work with the car here, then maybe with some people who are not that patient, like I had experienced in rally, they would kind of go off track and lose some time. So it's really all about learning to be consistent in these conditions. That's right. $614,000. That's it? Here we go. Just kind of balancing the car. Oh, let's see. So the ghost hadn't showed up yet for me to race because I haven't done a clean lap. Go figure. Whew, let's do it. Okay, I'm supposed to lift here. Arr.
Your lap time is invalidated. Please try to stay on
Yes, so this race is on Monday. I have almost a week to try to get this Ferrari to stick to the ground with all this horsepower. It is not the easiest thing to do. Hold on. Oh, I should totally look at that. You know, after the MFR race yesterday, right after the race, I was just so busy. I didn't have time to do anything until later in the evening to kind of take a look at everything and assess things. So, yeah. Life took over. Okay. Have to be just not gentle on the throttle, but just not, I don't know, I'm just really trying to figure it out. Just taking everything very conservatively. Trying to throw, maybe you just can't throw the car into corners when it's wet, I'm guessing. Thank you, AJ. That makes sense. Just try to make the car stick to the ground. Feel the limits. And actually, in real life racing, I would use a term called traction sensing. So all you would do for the whole lap is try to traction sense, which means focus on how much traction you have and then try to manage it. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay. And then we can progressively add some speed and maybe we'll be in the right gears. Yikes. Nope. Not even that one. I feel like I'm failing miserably, but you know, I feel like this is how the process starts. You work on your limits, you work on your braking, you work on your throttle control, maybe braking points. There we go. Braking earlier. Getting around the track. Seeing at which point the car starts sliding. So TC is on 6. ABS is on 5. Okay. I feel like I'm crawling around, but no, AJ McDaddy, you're absolutely right. Take it slowly. No throwing this car around in the rain. Let's see. Okay. Braking in a straight line is very important. Balancing the car out, I think, before we turn. These are all things that I feel like I would do in real life to start and then go from there. Ooh. I'm trying not to be jerky as far as steering, but it's kind of hard. So even this. I would normally stay in fifth. Gregor says to lift off and throw it into the corner, basically. Stayed on track there, but barely. All right. I saw somebody in chat come up, but I'm not going to glance back at it right now. I'll get to you folks. Sorry. Thank you so much for joining me in all of this discovery. I call this just add water. It's all good until you add water. And Silverstone is not a track that I'm very familiar with as well, so that makes it harder. The ghost showed up! Oh no. Oh no. That's when I'll, like, just try to push in areas that I shouldn't be pushing in. We will see. Yikes. Okay. All right. Ooh, yikes. Felt the rear end start to slide. But the ghost is still behind me, so that's good. What do I do here? I just have to brake early. Maybe. I know. It's supposed to be a fifth gear corner. I know. Just trying to get around. I'm working up to fifth. Oh, I lost it. Cut detected. Barely. Yikes. Again. Okay, I might stop on the next lap, or do one more lap and see what you folks have to say as far as suggestions. Ah, yeah, no curbs. I mean, that's the conclusion I came to. However, it could be different. Your recommendations may be different than mine. Yikes. I think in some ways I'm being a little too conservative. And I have to remember that if I spin, I spin. I'm finding the limits. There we go. Ah. There we go. Saved it. Yeah. I didn't need to be on the throttle there. Okay. I see the chat going off. This corner of my eye. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go back to the pit and regroup. There you go. Confirm. All right. Let's see. Thank you so much for following Fabricio Montes. Yeah, the curbs look slippery. Atmosphere, how's it going? What's my favorite track in ACC to race at? Let's see. Ooh, Spa's a good one, but you know, I like Nürburgring. I really like the Nürburgring. That was actually the first track I had a race at, um, so I feel like I have fond memories of it. And I also have been to the Nürburgring in real life, and I've actually stayed overnight at the 24 hours of Nürburgring. And back in 2019, I think we stayed at turn 8, and it was amazing. So yeah, I like that track a lot. Let's see. There's other great tracks as well. Um, I really like Monza. I know, not Monza. Forget I said that. That just came out. I don't even know where that came from. Um, I really, really like Bathurst. And, you know, it's a hard and it's a very challenging track, and it's very scary, to be honest. But I love the challenge, and I love, like, even if I don't get a lot of the corners right, because I'm still learning and have a lot to learn about it, when I do get it right, the feeling of going down the mountain is amazing. So that's what I like about it. I did a 2.4 hour race there in the Lexus RCF GT3, and I loved it. And it's crazy, you know, I had just learned Bathurst before that race, and I got into it. But by the time I was done with the race, after 2.4 hours, I felt like I got to know it pretty well. So I really like it. Rear pressures. Yeah. What's up, Matthew? Some racer guy. How's it going? Why don't I try the wet line? Because I don't know what the wet line is. This is my very first time driving um, in a GT3 on Silverstone. So yeah, I do absolutely need some coaching on this. Gregor coached me at Silverstone on Saturday, and that was all the dry stuff. So, I mean, I asked him about driving in the rain, and he didn't mention a wet line. So we will see. We'll see about that. That's right, AJ. Um, now you got me thinking. And the thing is about the setup, I, I, I'll show you because I think I went into the setup when you folks, a lot of you weren't here. So I have these setups for Silverstone, and I'm just going with the Coach Dave Academy 488 EVO LD, which I'm assuming means low downforce, medium wet. So Gregor said that if it says wet, like it does here, then to use the medium wet setup. So that's what I'm using. As far as setting the tire pressures when it's raining, I have no idea at all. Almost fair. You could just go to CoachDaveAcademy.com, and I actually, with this Ferrari, I just bought all the setups for the Ferrari. I'm not good at setting up a car. I just love to drive, and I want to know that I have a good setup. So I just buy them. I think it was like 25 bucks for all the tracks for one car, and then for the wet setups, I think it's like $7, and you get the wet setup. It's basically a universal setup for all the tracks. So this is the first time I'm using it. Thanks, AJ. Yay. All right, let's go. One more sip of tea. I feel like I still need a bit of caffeine. That's good. Warm tea. It's cold and rainy out. Actually, it's more rainy here in real life than you see right here at Silverstone. That's what you get for living in the Pacific Northwest, but my goodness, the trees and all the nature that surrounds us, so beautiful. All right. Ah, no curb. I'm just gonna avoid that curb. Maybe this curb I can get on. But I feel like the AstroTurf and the curbs would be very slick. slowly making my way through. And one thing that I do notice that I do, and I have to avoid doing that, is looking right over my hood. And I know in real life, I'm looking so far ahead of me. I'm looking to where I want to go, not where I'm going, and that's what I tell people when I coach them. You want to look as far ahead as you possibly can. However, in this game, I kind of sometimes just look right over the hood of my car, which has the same effect as real driving. Your body and your brain is not ready for what's coming, and if you look all the way down the track, then your brain can kind of assess what your hands and feet need to do naturally. That's how it works in real life anyway. In the game, well, there's a lot of things that we don't get. I feel like we don't get a lot of that depth that we see in real life. All right, here we go, folks. Yikes. The grass. Why does the grass always find me? Okay, braking a bit earlier for this. Okay. That was very slow around the corner, but I did want to take my time, especially in low gear, I'm assuming. I mean, everything I'm saying is kind of based off real life, not what would really happen. I mean, not what would happen in the game, because I'm still very new. Fifth? Maybe? Hey, there we go. Yeah, that was a little fast for this weather for me. I'm gonna work up to that. And once I get comfortable, I want to race with AI. So I'm traction sensing right now, focusing on the amount of traction I have available. Ooh, missing that apex. Yeah, I tried that curb to take that line, but it's just way too slippery. So I just feel like I just have to stay on the asphalt. And I believe that could be the rain line. Oops. After, of course, I say that, I go for the curb. Okay. I'm gonna stay off the curbs. We're gonna do the no cuts. No cuts. I mean, I feel that it could be safe to go on the curbs on the straights, but then you might get some wheel spin as well, and traction control might kick in, and then, you know, it might be slower that way. It's all a discovery. Okay, this lap. No curbs. We're just not gonna get any, because I don't like them in the rain. Thanks everyone for joining me on this discovery of Silverstone in the rain. First time driving a GT3, anything at Silverstone, and also in the rain. Didn't mean to get that. Just gonna slow myself down. Oh. Okay, well, that didn't work. Clean lap. That's, I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna go for it. Just try to get a clean lap. I don't want that curb. I don't want that paint. We're just gonna go right to the outside. I feel like this curb is okay. The tracking out curbs are okay. The ghost is laughing at me right now. There, way up front. Have you folks read the book, The Art of Racing in the Rain? That is one of my favorite books of all time. I love it so much, especially, you know, if you are, which I'm assuming all of you are, motorsports enthusiasts. It is amazing. Such a good read. Feels so slow. I couldn't resist. Okay. So also, a no for the track out curbs, unless maybe they're straight. So what I'm thinking is that rain driving involves a lot of trail braking. No. I do not want to let this ghost get ahead. Here we go. This one's a hard one. It's a hard one not to get on the curbs. Because I usually cut that one going around and then I go wide. See where that little ghosty is? Well, and then, of course, I wanted to get on. I wanted to avoid that curb, but then this is what happens. Braking early, looking around the corner, taking it slowly. Okay. Alright, well that was close, at least. Ooh. Come on. Just have to go one gear down, maybe. Let's see. Got it. Oh. He saw me throw that car into the corner, and after I did it, I'm like, what am I doing? Okay. No. Yikes. No. I thought I was going to invalidate that lap. You see the hesitation as far as like wanting to cut that curb and trying to fight myself. Cut the curb. No, don't cut the curb. You're going to spin.
Cut detected.
Okay. But that was just because I was going too fast. Where's Mr. Ghosty? Okay. So the ghost I set to be half a second in front of me. It feels a lot better now. Let's try this again, but cleanly. I'm going one gear down just because maybe that's not a good idea. Staying on the inside. See, I think that was safe. And on that curve, I actually felt it was sketchy. No. I conservatively got the curve, like quietly. Like, I hope no one noticed. Okay. Sometime. Probably should not be on the gas. I just felt that that was so slow. I don't know, but it didn't help things because it's such a tight radius.
Verena Mei, this is me, personal best.
Oh. So now Mr. Ghosty sped up because I had a new personal best, so now it is half a second faster than my personal best. As far as my traction control settings, you can see it on my dash. It is, I believe, 6 and 6, TC1 and TC2. ABS is set at 5. And this is the Coach Dave Academy low downforce, light, wet setup. So I made no changes to it. I have no idea like how to set tire temps or tire pressures, I'm sorry, based on the temp of the track. All new to this, I'm just learning. Can I cut over here? Yes. That could have went horribly wrong, but it doesn't matter because it's just practice. Ha! Yay! Oh, you pesky ghost. Let's try to double apex this. I went, yeah, too wide. Oh, awesome. Well, I didn't get the ghost, but I beat myself, so that's good. I like that it's pushing me to go faster. Now I can be brave about taking... Ah, hold on. I don't want to speak too soon. Maybe too brave. About taking these corners a bit faster in the correct gear. Right on the edge. Well, my delta looks good, so that's great. We're actually gonna brake. I'm not brave enough to just throw it in the rain. Yikes, hold my breath and go. Lost a bit off the delta. All right. Yikes. Really? Okay, I gotcha. I gotcha, Ghosty. No! Let's cut. Yeah, there we go. That was fine. Showed up to play. Oh! Okay, my wheel just died. What happened? I heard a sound, it went doo-doo-doo, and then my wheel and pedal setup just stopped working. It's weird. It's been doing some weird things lately, and I should probably talk to Fnatic about this, but sometimes when I go over bumps, it changes the view, and it did that in the race, I think yesterday's race and the race before as well, and it just automatically went into Xbox mode, and I was wondering what happened until I looked down at my button, and it is green for Xbox instead of red for PC, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut down my wheel for right now. It's a good time to get into chat. I'm gonna use my handy dandy keyboard and mouse. And we're just going to return to the garage. We'll see. I probably will have to restart my game, but I'm not sure. But I got this cool keyboard I wanted to show you. Um, I had also a rainbow keyboard that lit up, and you could change all the lights and flashing and different pastel colors, and I absolutely loved it. It was a mechanical keyboard, but it was loud. So I share a studio with my husband who works on the other end of the room, but he said that I just was so loud at typing. So I got this one. It's a quiet keyboard. Look, barely a sound. All right, let's see. USB unplugged, but did it? No, because it starts up. It just somehow switched to a different setting, and why, I don't know. Let's see. I actually updated the firmware just last week because it was happening, and I hadn't updated it. See, you heard that sound. So somehow, I'm just gonna stop it and start it yet again. But this means that I have more time to hang out with you and chat with you. Folks, if you're just joining me, my wheel was acting funny, so I have to restart it again. But just saying hi to chat and welcoming everybody. I'm Verena Mei. If you're new here, I'm a real-life stunt driver, former race car driver. I competed in Rally America, Formula Drift, and Time Attack. And I am getting into sim racing. I think I've been doing it, well, I've been sim racing since, I guess you could say, since August. That was the first time I really did a race and started getting into ACC. I hadn't had ACC prior to that, so yeah, it's been awesome. All right, let's see. Okay, just looking at chat. Oh, got it. So basically, Somnesia, you're saying with a lot of cars on track, like a full field, then there becomes a dry line. But since I'm just hot lapping with a ghost car, then there's not really a dry line to drive on. Is that right? Thank you so much for following Alexandra Grozendiuk. Gro- Alexandre. Alexandre. Thank you. Andy, how's it going there? Have you practiced Silverstone in the rain? It is kind of crazy. Let me see. Let me just go ahead and continue and actually see if my wheel works this time. Well, it works, so that's a good thing. I don't have to reset it. Roberto, how's it going? Okay, let's try this one more time. So, something's wrong. So what's happening and why it feels so weird is that usually I have this force feedback, right? I have some resistance in the steering wheel, some vibrations. I can feel what the surface feels like underneath my car, but although I can steer and although I can get around the track, my wheel is basically dead. It doesn't feel like anything, so I think I might have to restart the game. Oh, okay. So yeah, Shortmaster just told me that AMR Dan had put up a video about racing Silverstone in the rain, and I have not seen it. So that would definitely help. I wish I would have seen it before I got on here. So let's see. We're gonna quit this. Sorry, folks. You know, tech problems. Yesterday, I experienced some tech problems as well. We're just gonna go back. Okay, we're gonna go back. We're gonna back out of the game. We're gonna exit here. And, um, one second. Let me just turn my wheel on and then I'll restart the game. So Andy, I have the Coach Dave wet setups. So I just bought them. They were only like $7 for, actually they're universal setups. So yeah, so they are at TC is at 6, TC1 and TC2, ABS is at 5. And then I'm not quite sure what the rest of the setups are like as far as our settings are like. Thank you so much. All right. So Saucy, how's it going there? So Andy, this race on Monday at Silverstone, it could be a bit messy, but the good thing about Silverstone is that there's not a lot of walls that are right off the track. So you have to really kind of go flying off the track to hit a wall. So that's a good thing. Okay, let's get back into it. Oh, got it. Okay. So what do you think, folks? Maybe I should race some AI. I like my safety rating, and but I feel like that would be the best thing for me. Since I'm not quite up to speed yet, I'm going to take the opponent skill down to 90. Do I want to start mid-pack? I feel like I should because that's about, I usually end up in like 12th qualifying, 12th, 15th, I don't know, somewhere around there. We're going to make it 15-minute race. No, we're just going to go for 10 right now. Oh my gosh. So, ha ha ha. Andy, yeah, they just kind of surprise us, don't they? So, folks, if you're wondering what we're talking about, the More Female Racers Championship, round number 4, is at Silverstone. The reason why we were practicing in the wet is because we had heard a rumor that it might rain. However, Andy the Lab, who is also competing in MFR, says that she heard a rumor that it might not be at Silverstone. It might be, the rain might be at Imola. So we just have to be ready for anything, basically. All right, medium wet. We're just going to go with that because I'm not going fast enough for the... There's a low downforce and high downforce setup. All right. I always kind of stall before race.
Stay double file.
No, we're just going to keep the aggressiveness that way, Roberto. You have not seen the aggressiveness of these ladies that I race with. And this is what I'm practicing for. And you can see the replay of my race yesterday, or the stream. And it's so intense, and I want to be ready. And I get that, yes, I like my safety rating and all, because, well, who doesn't, right? And sometimes
Go, go, go.
these AI, very unpredictable. It seems like a lot more rain than I was expecting.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I'm just gonna take it easy.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Yes. That was my fault.
Car on the right.
I have 60 liters of
Clear
fuel.
on the right.
That was my fault as well. Okay, here we go. I hate that they don't do like a full formation lap. And this really forces me to find my pace. stay in first. Okay, they're not going on that curb. How early are they going to brake? Okay. Ah! Yikes! No! Okay, gonna wait. Oh! No! AI. That was my fault. I can't blame that one on AI.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I'm the last. That's okay. I'm fine with that. I mean, the AI in this game have probably been racing in the rain for their whole lives. I know I should have been in second, but... That was sketchy. This is the time to try things, to learn. Yikes.
Well done, mate. Press on fastest lap.
So the goal of this race is to really just kind of find my pace and see what the pace of
Right through. Keep it up.
other cars are like. Not real cars yet. I feel like I'm just not ready for a race in the rain with real cars. But if we're going to make mistakes, it's going to be with AI, even though my safety rating may go down. Oops. Braking a little earlier here. Oops. They're on the curbs in the wet. Okay. But they also can't die. Yeah, I guess I should stay in second for that. My wheel just died again. Mm. Okay, so what's happening? Why is it just acting so weird? Okay, so, what to do? We're just gonna go ahead and return to the garage. That's right. Oh boy, so yeah, I cannot continue this race. I was last and I'm okay with that. You know, I want to try to keep up or close the gap even just a little with AI at this pace. And this is only 90. And they're fast in the rain, so I have to be that fast. At least that fast. 1 week, folks. Dodgy USB connection? No, because the thing is, the wheel doesn't lose power. It actually switches to Xbox mode, like I'm playing on an Xbox, which is weird. And in order to change the setting from PC to Xbox, I have to press the two squares button, like on the controller, and Y at the same time. And you hear that sound, and that's when it tells you it's changed. But something's been going on, and I don't know what it is. You know what it is. Okay, so um oh, Andy, it does. Okay, so what wheelbase do you have? Do you you have the direct drive wheelbase, don't you? If so, I'm so jealous. Hit the refresh circle at the top left. I don't know if I don't know if I have the same controls as you. If you have the direct drive, I have the Fanatic Club Sport version 2.5. Hmm. I don't know. That is interesting. So, hmm. I want to continue. Let's go back. I'm sorry, folks. I want to hang out and practice with you and just hang out with you, folks. We're gonna quit the game yet again. Oh, in the game, not the wheel. Got it. Okay. Well, let's try this again, and then you can show me what you're talking about, Andy. Oh, got it. Hello, how's it going? I probably shouldn't attempt to pronounce your name. Can I call you Shuvaleka? Shuvaleka? I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. All right, but thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. All right. Oh, got it. Okay, go to the page where you would program your wheel. So the options menu. Oh, and just press the refresh button. That's something that I didn't do. I've never done before, actually. So thank you. So Andy, when are you gonna get on Silverstone Stone in the rain? Because I feel like I have a lot of learning to do. Okay, so we're gonna go back here. Folks who are just joining me, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching and discovering my stream. My wheel was acting very weird. Oh, this button, you mean? Okay, so maybe also what I should do is I'm just gonna load my Evo setup. Make sure that works. Throttle, oh, clutch, brake, shift up, shift down. All right. So I shouldn't have to refresh that. Maybe I'll refresh. I'll just refresh it. What does that do? Let's see. I wonder what that really does, Andy. Uh, yay. Oops, no. That's just what we want. Cool. So I wonder what that refresh button really does. It refreshes it. I don't know. I'm not a tech person. Somebody explain. Because I would have loaded the setup, right? And it would have already been in there while I was driving. Um, and then if something goes wrong, and then you kind of just, is it kind of like just reloading it again? Okay. We're going to start this session again as my safety rating goes down. Yikes.
Alright, conditions are wet. We have some slippery curves and also watch out for your braking distance.
Okay. Okay, that's what we want. Yep. Oh no, I didn't load it. Hold on. Load. There we go. Oh, got it. Oh, Benji is going crazy. All right. I have a little terrier. He was rescued. His name is Benji Rocket Dog, and he's so cute. He is a Norwich and a Norfolk Terrier mix, they think. He was rescued by a local rescue here in Washington State. It's called Motley Zoo. He was found on the streets of Korea on a 6-lane freeway. He had a lot of mange and everything, and he took a flight here, and now he's living the life as a spoiled lapdog. But that's awesome.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Okay. I feel like I should. Yikes.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Okay. Pit lane is open. Good to know. Alright, tires are still cold. We'll see what happens. Brake early, he says. Oh, come on.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
I'm very much off pace here. So I set this as a 10-minute race. So it's not too bad if things go horribly wrong. No. Mm-mm. Whoa! Yikes!
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Ah! That curb. The slippery curb.
Clear on the left.
Okay, good. I was wondering what was gonna happen. at that point. Oh, come on. So sketchy. Barely hanging on to this car. Yikes. I still cannot take that in 5th gear in the rain yet. Not in a race. Alright, here we go. I feel a lot better about this race than the last one. But that's how it goes, right? The more you do, the more time you have behind the wheel, and especially in a race even with AI, the more you learn. Come on. Ah. Saw me grab that curb when I wasn't supposed to.
Well done, mate. The fastest lap so far.
Whoa. Okay, that was good. That was the first time I did not shift into 4th. Oh boy. Here we go. Let's get here and we're gonna wait. Yep, basically wait till everybody goes by. That's the hard thing. And they're all bunched up like that. Alright, so, but that's okay. I had one off. But overall, I feel a lot more confident. And I feel like I was also a lot faster than I was in the last race with no incidents so far. Famous last words. Whoa. I almost felt like my car was gonna fly off into space, but it didn't, thankfully. So I have to get to the point of using the correct gears, getting more confidence with the amount of traction here when it's raining, and try to just increase my pace overall. Okay. Sixth. It's okay. Okay, good. Okay, this is the hard part. Yeah, I stayed on my brakes way too long and then went straight off, but also not wanting to change direction so quickly and resulting in a spin. So I just have to approach that corner differently, I think, in the rain. Because of the traction available, I guess. This is me teaching myself, by the way. And I am no expert, so... You're just listening to my thoughts. Yikes. Okay. For that one, I could just, I'm supposed to dab the brakes, right? But I just need to get off the brakes sooner for that corner. And also be in a higher gear. Okay. Let's see what I can do here. There we go. Driving it like it's dry. On the very last lap. But I've learned a lot in this race. Getting brave, right? Yikes! 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 Woo! Okay, no time gained. Here we go. I still did downshift. Alrighty. I'm just going to exit. So, I feel pretty good. I mean, I'm not ready to race in a real race by any means, but I mean, I feel a lot more confident than just getting on the track for the first time in rain at Silverstone like I did this morning. And, you know, as I raced lap by lap, I discovered a lot of things and where I can push and where I shouldn't be pushing, so that's all good. Let's see. There you go. I love watching the replays, by the way. Let's see. Just catching up on chat. Thanks, everyone, for watching and hanging out. Let's see. That's right. My dog Benji Rocket was defending me from the vicious UPS man. Hello, John B. Marine. How's it going? Thanks for joining in. Aloha. Happy Tuesday to you, too. That's right. That's what I was saying earlier, John. Like, you know, I think about all the races I've done in rally and so forth, and people think about like rain and ice as very difficult to race in, and it is. It's hugely difficult because it requires a lot of patience. You know, you can't just floor it in areas that you would normally because you have less traction available, but it takes a lot of patience. So here, I feel wherever I'm driving in the rain, and we don't know yet. I think it just may be a surprise as far as the More Female Racers Championship, which round will include rain. So we just have to be prepared for anything. It could be Silverstone, which is our next race on Monday, or it could be Imola, which is the following Monday. But in any case, just kind of holding back, being disciplined enough on the throttle or also on the brakes to brake earlier than you think, and just drive really smart. That's a thing, and it is a great equalizer because some people do not have the patience, and I've seen that in real life rally, especially in the ice and snow races. Oh, that's interesting. Silverstone. Ferrari has a Silverstone gray color named for the weather at the track. Oh, because it's in the UK and it's always raining. Would you say that the weather near Silverstone is kind of like the Pacific Northwest? What I think of the recent W series, I mean, I would like to. I mean, if I was invited to race in the W Esports series, then I would. And also, yeah, I think I have mixed feelings about that as far as the W series that happens in real life, because I believe as drivers, male or female, it doesn't matter if you're male or female. But I do think that it is a good opportunity that maybe females would not have otherwise or be considered to race together and hone their skill and actually have great races in a series. So I'm it's kind of a toss up. And if I'm thinking of it as like, okay, I do want the opportunity to race. I want the opportunity to get exposure and also exposure to sponsors in a series so that can further my career in the future. Maybe I could race in different series, then absolutely. So, yeah, I mean, at first when it came out, I was like, oh, it is a toss up because I feel like you're operating a piece of machinery, a car, whether it's a sim or a real life race car. You're not competing like in, I don't know, in running or track where actually your men and women's bodies are different. So I think I definitely consider it. No worries. All right, folks. I think I'm going to. What else should I do? I kind of want to change the weather. I kind of want to make it flooded. Well, hold on. Maybe not flooded. Heavy rain. There's heavy rain here. Look at that. Storm. I don't think they would do that to us. I mean, we're in a Pro-Am series. We're going to change it to heavy rain. And I'm going to start this session. In my head, I'm like, what am I doing? Just another rainy day in England, that's right. Um, I think I'm going to try the heavy rain setup. Heavy wet, Say Gregor said if it says flooded, use heavy. But I also haven't tried the HD, and it only says wet. So it doesn't say flooded, which means it shouldn't have too many puddles everywhere. Maybe I'll try this one instead and see how that works. Track temps and tire pressures. I honestly have no idea. All right. What's my safety rating looking like these days? Okay. Oh boy.
Stay in double file.
So it could be like this. The race could be like this. For a 10-minute race, I have 60 liters of fuel. I'm fine with that because I believe, even though it will weigh me down right now, I have to practice with a full load of fuel, so technically I have to race with 110 liters of fuel. All right. Yeah, so... So how do you cycle those wipers again? So this could be... I mean, it could be this bad. But like I said, I feel like they're not going to do that to us. Oh boy. Oh, no! This is when you press restart. Actually... Oh. Hold on. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to try my buttons. I actually should figure out which of my buttons will cycle the wipers, but let's go back. Let's restart this race, shall we? Yes.
Alright, we have some wet conditions. Remember that curbs are slippery and watch your braking distance.
Will do. Will do. Okay, setup. Actually, yeah, we're gonna load the... I mean, I would consider that heavy wet. But he did say it has to say flooded, and it only says wet. Oops, no. Load it. Okay. Let's go for it. Let's go to options and see. Take a look at my controls, actually. Okay. Cycle wiper, this one. LB. Alright, folks.
Go in double file.
Let's do this. I mean, pressing this cycle wiper button, it doesn't seem to really do anything. Okay.
Green light. Go, go, go.
This is actually where I wish I had a co-driver. My husband just brought me an umbrella and I almost crashed. Awesome. Thank you, honey. But yeah, the rain has been actually just like this here in real life where I'm at. Braking early. Where do I brake? Oops. Yikes. Ooh. Ooh. Just very... I mean, the visibility is one thing. Also, the amount of traction available is completely different. Whoa. Yikes. I mean, it is possible that we'll be thrown with these kinds of conditions. Thanks. Whoa, my car is just sliding everywhere. Just on the straight there. Whoa. Okay, very, very different. Seven minutes, folks. Let's see what I can learn from doing this. I suppose the good thing about not being in the back, but being in my own space is that I don't have to kind of guess where other cars are at this point, you know, with all the water splashing up. But I am in the back, so this is very, very difficult. All right, let's just see if I can pick up the pace a little bit. See if I can get used to these track conditions. Just requires me to be that much more patient on the throttle, on braking. Also, I think with my line. Whoa. Yikes. Definitely have to trail brake a lot more in these conditions. I think. I'm no expert, but it seems to work better. Oops. What am I doing in second gear? Okay. 4 more minutes. Whoops. Oops. Yikes. I'm on my own out here. Just trying to see what will work. Nope. It's struggling along here. Okay.
Well done, mate. Personal fastest lap.
Yikes. No curbs. Oh boy. Okay, let's continue. We only have 1 minute and 48 seconds to go for this race.
Okay, the leader is on the final lap now.
Alrighty. Almost done. Yikes. A straight line. Way too far. But I kind of wanted to see how long it really takes to slow down on that turn. So I was braking a lot later. Yikes. That was better. I tried that too. I didn't think it was going to work. I didn't think I was going to stay on track, but I had to see what it would do if I just braked and threw it in a little bit, conservatively, and went off, but not too bad. Trial and error, I think. right. Almost there.
Neither has finished the race.
Okay. It's better. So I'm the last one to cross the finish line, but uh-oh, am I gonna cross the finish line? There we go.
Great job, mate.
But
You
wow.
get back to the pits.
So I hope the conditions for our race is not heavy rain, because that was very tough. All right, folks. Let's see. So I think I'm just gonna leave it at that. I had a lot of practice in the rain. I guess I'm trying to think what else I can do right now, but I feel like just trying to keep this car under control, the Ferrari 488 GT3 EVO, under control in the rain is quite the task. It's kind of exhausting, to be honest. But like I said, I don't think they're going to throw that at us. If anything, the heaviest rain conditions, I believe, would be medium rain, because there's a lot of newbies in the More Female Racers Championship. So yeah, we will see. Folks, I'm going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching. I know it's a little early, but I am starving. I'm starving. So I'm going to have to eat. I streamed like on, Saturday, Sunday, yesterday, and today. I kind of feel like I need a little bit of break this week. So I'm just for tomorrow's stream. I usually stream on Wednesday. I'm going to just go on vacation mode for tomorrow, and I will be back on Friday. I will be hosting the official I'm hosting Hey Watch This on the official Forza channel, and I will host it right here on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, on Facebook, it won't be there. Will only host it on Twitch, and I will see you there. 9 a.m. Pacific. I will change my schedule as well, but I hope you join us, because if you play Forza Horizon 4, you can join the convoy and you can play with all of us. So again, I'm not going to do my scheduled stream tomorrow, so I'm going to cancel it just to take a rest this week and get my head back in it and come back stronger for the race coming up at Silverstone on Monday. So, folks, thank you everybody for following. Let me see. Thank you, Kleinster, for following. I appreciate that. Let me see. What did I miss? You folks with the Rain-X and everything. Yes, I do have the automatic wipers activated, but I thought there were different settings as far as, a faster setting if it's heavier rain and things like that. Yes. Have a good birthday. Happy birthday, John B. Marine. I appreciate you hanging out on your birthday. And I know it kind of sucks to, have to stay in and lock down and not being able to mingle and have a big celebration. But I hope you stay safe. I hope you enjoy and relax, and that you have a wonderful time tonight. But pressure should be higher. Okay. I do have to learn that. Ah, thank you, Stefan. Thank you, Stefan. I know, tech guy. That's right. All right. Hey, Steak and Shrimp. All right, folks, I'm going to end it here. Thanks, everybody. I will see you right here on Twitch on the Forza channel, or like I said, I host it right here on Friday. If you can't join us on Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific for Hey Watch This, I am definitely going to go live on Monday for the More Female Racers Championship at Silverstone. I will see you then. Oh, actually, there's a race I'm doing on Saturday. It's a Silverstone race. It's a AMR Dance community race. So I might go ahead and pop that into my schedule as well. So I will see you there, but I'll update it. Bye, folks. Thanks a lot. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.